I'm still in shock from what I learned today, and I don't want to believe this is true, but unfortunately, this is confirmed already that FSB raids in Russia against ALLATRA participants, against my friends, are ending up in tragic events where people are being kidnapped by law enforcement, taken towards the forest, and then people are tortured with electroshockers, with the plastic bags for suffocation over their heads. And this is terrifying. This is 1937 coming back in 21st century, and I just don't want to believe this. But unfortunately, this is true. Starting from last year, when General Prosecutor's Office declared ALLATRA undesirable, banned all activities, no of volunteers of ALLATRA International Public Movement have been participating in any sort of activity on territory of this country. And right now, this is the only country in the world in which persecutions of ALLATRA participants are happening. It all started with a massive campaign that was initiated by extremist pro-religious organization Ratsirs, which penetrated Russian Orthodox Church and started using its connections in governments to start a wave of illegal prosecutions against numerous religious minorities, starting from Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, and many other. Even Christians, they are fighting yoga, they are fighting anything that is not under their control. The worst thing about this is that this network, led by Novopashin and Alexander Dworkin, has a vast connections, entire network in the Western countries. They have their own cells in each European state and even the US, working under disguise of anti-cult organizations. Leader of the network, Alexander Dworkin, he was trained at the Dialogue Center. So they have representatives in the US and the UK, in Italy, and this one, by the way, was confirmed by Pentagon to be an agent of Iranian intelligence. And yet the whole network operates. Alexandra Stein was responsible for publishing praising articles in BBC about Alexander Dworkin and smearing publications about ALLATRA International Public Movement. Basically, the articles that were commissioned by Dworkin himself, and it even mentions Chelyabinsk diocese, which is the center of Ratsirs. This one here is Luigi Carvalho, best buddy of Dworkin and his representative in Italy. And throughout past 3 weeks, European media parts of this network exploded with 400 of smearing publications about ALLATRA. Basically, the whole network has been exposed. And this network was, of course, created not to attack certain small individuals or movements like ours. It was created for geopolitical reasons. And smearing different organizations is just a way for them to expand their network, recruit more agents in the media, and sabotage democratic states from the inside. That's exactly what they were doing in Ukraine, and you can in detail find out more about this by reading this article on actfiles.org, which I encourage you to do. The same network exists and sabotages countries from the inside, basically in each European state. So all these pro-Russian agents, confirmed ones, they are using the very same tactic to demonize organizations outside in the Western world by, guess what, labeling them as pro-Russian. And that's exactly what is happening to ALLATRA right now. So bizarre characters in this network, like this one, trying to portray ALLATRA as FSB-run organization, while FSB is torturing participants of ALLATRA in Russia. So I recommend to everyone to go on allatra.org/about and read about the ALLATRA, the official statement, the official history of the movement, and how exactly it has been targeted for many years, for over a decade right now, by Russian Ratsirs. And how people, innocent people in different countries, are being subject to these prosecutions organized by Russian extremist pro-religious organization Ratsirs. And for more information about the network of Ratsirs, I suggest watching the Impact groundbreaking documentary. You can find it on actfiles.org.